Hello friends. So today we will discuss a very important topic of human physiology, that is nutrition. So first we will understand different types of nutrition. So I have here the different modes of nutrition. You can see herbivores, that means the organisms who feeds on plants. Then frugivores means the organisms who feeds on fruits, different types of fruits. Carnivores, we know different types of animals. When they feed with animals, it is the case when they are called carnivore. When the types of nutrition is the food is insects, the organisms those who feeds with insects are known as insectivores. Omnivores, the best example is human being. We eat both plants and animals as our food. Then detrivores means they use decomposed plants and animals the fragments of decomposed plants and animals as their food. They are called detrivores. Then saprophytic and saprozoic. When the organism feeds on decaying plants, it is called saprophytic. When with decaying animals, it is called saprozoic. Another is cannibals. Cannibals we have seen in movies. Cannibals, those organisms who feeds on their own species. They eat their own species. So they are called cannibals. Then caprophagus. Caprophagus means the organism who eats the fecal matter as their food. Fecal matter. Then sanguivorous. Sanguivorous animals feeds on blood. Clear? Next, the fluid feeders. So fluid feeders means these are different from sanguivorous, because sanguivorous eats blood, feeds on blood, but here the fluid feeders means they may eat blood, but butterfly is also an example where the butterfly feeds on the fluid from different flowers. So these are the various types of nutrition depending on what the organisms eat, what the organism feeds on. So these are different modes of nutrition. So before going in detail, let's talk about the definition of nutrition and how it is different from digestion. So let's see, nutrition is a larger term, is a broader term than the digestion. Digestion means the simplification of food. So the simplification of food that we eat normally the complex foods, and the simplification of these complex foods is done by the process of digestion. So always remember, digestion is not similar with nutrition. Digestion is a part of nutrition. So digestion, we can say mathematically, it is a subset of nutrition. Clear? So what is digestion? Digestion is the simplification of complex food. Okay, so digestion is the process by which the complex food that we take gets simplified. Now let's see what is nutrition. Nutrition is the process which involves the combination of different processes, like what are they? Like the digestion, the simplification of food, that is digestion, and after the digestion of food, it get absorbed into the bloodstream. So then absorption plus again after absorption, it is used to fulfill the demand in our body. So digestion, absorption, then assimilation. Assimilation Assimilation is the process by which the absorbed food is utilized in our body to generate energy and fulfill different demands of the body, like growth, development, replacement of dead cells. Okay, so assimilation plus another thing, the undigested food means the food that we eat are not all digested into simple form to get absorbed. Some of the food remains undigested, which are not converted into simple observable form. They are ejaculated, means egestion. Egestion is another process involved in the process of nutrition. So here intake of air is intake of food is also involved, means ingestion. Ingestion plus digestion plus absorption plus assimilation plus egestion. Ingestion and egestion are two different terms. Ingestion means the intake of food. Egestion means the outcome of undigested food or elimination of undigested food from our body. Okay, so these are different. Ingestion, digestion means conversion into simple form, then absorption into the bloodstream, then it is utilized in our body, and elimination of undigested food. All these together makes the complex process of nutrition, whereas digestion is a part of nutrition. Clear? So these are the two important terms. Now let's see what are the different types of food that we take. So we know very well there are 6 different types of foods. The carbohydrates, the proteins, then fat, then vitamins, minerals, and water. So these are the 6 different types of food. All these 3 are in their simple form, but the top 3 are in complex forms. They need to be digested. So these 3 are complex food. Okay, so these complex foods need to be digested by the utilization of different enzymes secreted in our body. So by the utilization of different enzymes in our body, the carbohydrate converted into glucose, which is a simple form, which is simple observable form. Okay, likewise the proteins converted into amino acids, the fats converted into fatty acids and glycerol. Okay, so these 3 complex foods, carbohydrate, protein and fats, get converted into glucose, amino acids and fatty acid and glycerol in order to get absorbed into our bloodstream to get utilized in our body. So remember, these are the 6 different essential types of foods for our body, for normal growth and development of our body. Clear? So now we will discuss about the 2 important types of digestion. We know human is omnivorous animal. Omnivorous means we eat both plants and animals as our food. Plants and plant products, animals and animal products as our food. So we are omnivores. So in our body, the digestion is extracellular because it do not occur inside a single cell. We are multicellular complex organisms. So our body is very complex. So the process of digestion takes place outside the cell, not inside a cell. Clear? So the process by which digestion takes place in higher multicellular organisms is extracellular digestion. Extracellular digestion. Okay. Another thing we need to focus, in case of unicellular protozoas and porifera, the types of digestion is intracellular, which means the digestion takes place inside a single minute cell. So it is intracellular digestion. Okay. If we will discuss in detail about these two terms, extracellular digestion and intracellular digestion, the first point will be here, it is outside cell. It occurs outside cells. Here the process takes place inside cell. Clear? Next point, the extracellular digestion. In this case, the intake of food takes place, the ingestion of food takes place through a particular aperture which we call the mouth. So intake of food, ingestion of food by mouth. Okay. Here, in case of intracellular digestion, the food enters into the cell by through the plasma membrane, through certain pores present in the plasma membrane. Ingestion through plasma membrane. Okay. Next, the third point. After ingestion of food in our body, we will take the example of extracellular digestion. It is human being or any higher vertebrate we can call. So here, after intake of food, digestion takes place, and here digestion of food is done by the enzymes secreted from different glands present in our body. But here, in case of intracellular digestion, the food enters into the food vacuole. There, digestion takes place with the help of the enzyme which is called lysozyme, secreted from the lysosome. And we know that lysosome is known as the suicidal bag of the cell. So here digestion takes place with the help of enzyme also, which is secreted by lysosome, which is called lysozyme, secreted from lysosome. Okay, the lysosome is the cell organelle. Clear? Next, where do digestion takes place in extracellular organisms? Inside a particular canal that is known as the digestive system or the alimentary canal. So here digestion takes place inside alimentary canal. But in this case, in intracellular digestion, the food enters into the cell and forms a food vacuole. So here the digestion takes place inside the food vacuole. Next, after digestion, the absorption of the digested food takes place into the blood. So absorption of digested food takes place into blood, and in case of intracellular digestion, the digested food is absorbed from the food vacuole, because inside the food vacuole the food is digested. As the lysosome fuses with the food vacuole, lysosome secretes the enzyme lysozyme into that food vacuole where the foods are present, and this lysozyme converts the complex foods into simple form, and after the conversion it is absorbed into the cytoplasm. So here absorption takes place into cytoplasm, as the total process is occurring inside a single cell. After the simplification of food inside the food vacuole, it is absorbed into the cytoplasm. Clear? Then the last point, after absorption, the undigested food get eliminated from our body from extras. In case of extracellular digestion, it is eliminated out from the body through certain aperture. So egestion or elimination of food takes place through certain aperture known as anus. Anus in our case, and in some cases it is also called cloaca. Here in case of intracellular digestion, the egestion takes place to outside the cell through a certain aperture again, as ingestion through plasma membrane. Egestion also takes place through plasma membrane. Certain apertures or certain pores are present which are responsible for ejecting out, for throwing out the undigested food from the cell, which are not required for the cell in case of intracellular digestion. Above all, we have examples. So example of extracellular digestion is multicellular higher organisms including human. Okay, here in case of intracellular digestion, the examples will be the unicellular organisms which are primitive, like the protozoa. Example can be the amoeba. Amoeba can be the example of animal having intracellular digestion. So this is all about the types of or modes of nutrition, the difference between digestion and nutrition, how digestion is a subset of the nutrition, and how the extracellular digestion is different from that of the intracellular digestion, and where these two different things are observed. So this is all about the basic of nutrition. In the next videos, we will talk in detail about the human digestive system. We will learn about the digestive system of human. Till the end of this video, we will learn the different parts of the digestive system of human and the alimentary canal. So first, let's draw the diagram of the alimentary canal of human so that we can easily label the different parts and learn how they work. So look, here I am drawing a diagram of the digestive system of human. So this is the buccal cavity, this is the nasal cavity, and it will continue downward. The esophagus, then the stomach is present. It is the stomach, and after this the small intestine. This is the gallbladder and the liver. This is the pancreas. The small intestine will continue downward. It is a very coiled tube. The coiled tube, then it will lead to, this is the vermiform appendix. Then this one is the large intestine, which will continue like this, and finally the rectum and the anus. So this is a rough diagram of the digestive system of human. Here we have the buccal cavity. This is the buccal cavity. Okay, so buccal cavity is also known as mouth cavity or oral cavity. Then the long tube, the food pipe or the esophagus, then the wider part, that is the stomach. It is the widest part of the alimentary canal. Total alimentary canal starts from mouth to anus, and between the long pipe, in the long pipe, the widest part is our stomach. So these are two important glands. This one is the liver and this one is pancreas. This narrow coiled tube is our small intestine. This is the small intestine and this one is our large intestine. The large intestine is called large not because of its length but of its width. The diameter of large intestine is much more as compared to the small intestine. Finally, we have the anus at the end. So this is the structure of, I can write here, this figure represents the structure of human digestive system. And the digestive system is divided into two parts. They are the alimentary canal and the digestive gland or the associate gland. So the digestive system is made up of two different parts. One is the alimentary canal, that is the long narrow coiled tube starts from the mouth to the anus. Okay, and the second one is the associated glands. So what are the important associated glands? The buccal cavity has the salivary gland, the mucous glands, liver, pancreas. Here the small pouch-like structure present below the liver is known as gallbladder. All these constitute the associated glands. So these two, the alimentary canal and the associated glands, together form the digestive system of human. So the digestive system of human is divided into 4 different zones. Clear? 4 different zones. So what are the different zones? First, we have the ingressive zone. The ingressive zone, and the ingressive zone means the part of the alimentary canal that helps in, that is related with the intake of food or ingestion of food is included in the ingressive zone. So the ingressive zone, under ingressive zone, the buccal cavity is there. So in the buccal cavity we have the lips, the teeth, the tongue, etc. So they play important role in taking food inside the alimentary canal for digestion. So buccal cavity is the part which is under ingressive zone. The next zone is progressive zone. The progressive zone. So progressive zone means this zone helps in taking the food from our buccal cavity or from the mouth cavity to the digestive part, which plays important role in digestion of food. So progress means it will take the food forward. Okay, so what are the different parts that are under progressive zone? The first one is esophagus and the second one is the stomach. So esophagus and stomach comes under progressive zone. The next zone is digestive zone. Digestive zone. So digestive means it is related with digestion of food, because this zone helps in making the complex food simplify. This is the reason why the zone is called digestive zone, because it helps in digestion of food. So the part which plays most important role in converting complex food to simple form is the small intestine. So the small intestine comes under digestive zone. Finally, the last zone is the aggressive zone. Aggressive zone. So the aggressive zone is related with egestion of undigested materials or elimination of unwanted material from our body. This zone is concerned with the formation of fecal matter and removal of feces or undigested material from our body. It stores the undigested material and eliminate it from our body. So the part which comes under aggressive zone is the large intestine. So the large intestine along with the anus and rectum. Large intestine and anus plays important role in the formation of the fecal matter and its elimination from our body. So large intestine comes under aggressive zone. So these are the four important zones: ingressive, progressive, digressive and aggressive zone. And remember, these four zones are present in the alimentary canal, the very important part of the digestive system of human. So once food enters through the mouth, it passes through the buccal cavity and esophagus to reach the stomach. Then it passes through the small intestine. Finally, it reaches the large intestine, and the food which is undigested remains in complex form is passed out from our body through the anus. Clear? So this is the structure of the human digestive system, different zones of our alimentary canal, and what are the important associated glands which help in the process of digestion. In my next lecture, we will discuss about different parts of the alimentary canal and their role in the digestion of different types of food. As we know, the complex foods are carbohydrate, protein and fat. So how they get digested in our alimentary canal with the help of different enzymes that are secreted from the digestive glands. So thank you very much.